What is up, guys? Welcome back to CrimsonCX and welcome back to the second episode of OPENTTD Season 4. We're just going to get straight back into it. So, with that in mind, where are we going to begin? Well, if I remember correctly, I think I said at the end of last episode that I was going to eventually make a second train on this line, but I'm not sure how to do it just yet. I'm tempted for now to just sort of separate them out because I'm very clueless. I think I mentioned in the first episode with signals, so I'm not risking any trouble with that. So we're going to make a second platform and we're going to leave them separate for the most part. It doesn't mean that we're going to have a second depot, which is going to be interesting, but nothing we can do right now. So if we just continue it along and then have it also link in sort of here and then here, sort of mirroring, we can then follow it. And this is the issue, it's going to be interesting going around this town. We're going to have to do a bridge, I reckon, and it's going to have to go like here, girder steel. I don't want to do something really expensive. That'll do, that'll be alright. It's not the cheapest, but it's also not the most expensive, which is kind of all that matters. So if we now continue it down, making sure I don't screw anything up on the way, you can go down to there, perfect. And then along here, so with that in mind, we do have the river, which is the second problem. Let's also just quickly, first of all though, get ourselves the second station in. There, that's perfect. Now if I was smarter, I'd have duplicated the train and just got, I didn't want to do that. Just put a random track in the field over there. But if we now sort out our stuff and get another train, if I remember correctly, it was, we don't have that money. I've just noticed that. This is the issue with the bridge. And I can't borrow it anymore, right? This is not what you like to hear. But we're gonna have to speed up. Please get the money quick. You need it very badly. 35,000. Alright, enough of the pop-ups. There's way too many pop-ups. So if we get that train number 3 and then some lovely little livestock. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We keep doing 7 at this point, I think. So that means that we, if I remember correctly, yeah, we pick up, go and stop to this, and then full load, and then go down here and unload. I've actually forgotten the sort of, I didn't want that there, please don't do that. We'll redo that. Sunning Pool North, and let's just unload all and leave empty. I am intrigued to which is the more profitable business out of livestock or wheat. It would be interesting to see, but we've got a little chain going on now. We've got sort of 2 trains all at once. Both are in the platform at the moment. So this is what I was thinking about, the sort of efficiency if we have 2 platforms. I know that having 2 tracks isn't efficient, especially as a startup company, but there's not much we can do at the moment. So let's just assume that this is once again going to get us 10 grand. We'll verify that. I think it'll be another 10 grand-ish. The thing is, we can easily add a couple more wagons to get it closer to 12 grand at some point, but not just yet. So yeah, 10,600. And I'm interested to see what this one will do. So if we speed it up, and then we have it going for the first time. Now hopefully, it should be fairly close. It's getting into the station now, so the exact same amount of cargo, 7 wagons on the first one, 7 wagons on the second. But this one is livestock. Is livestock more profitable than wheat or grain? Well, clearly livestock is less than. That's a bit underwhelming, but yeah, not much we can do, but overall I'm still happy with that decision. Gives us an extra bit of profit. So basically we've got a 5 grand train, if I remember correctly, a 7 grand and a 10 grand, which is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. where do I want to go now? Maybe I should further invest in this town and start a little bus network. Now, to be completely honest with you, it's not going to really do that well, and it might not even be that worth it doing this place. Just as maybe I should go for 2 places rather than 1. Or is this a bit better? I don't want to be looking for ages is the main problem. Maybe I should be like bold and just you know what, sure, I've got a plan. I've got a little plan. We're gonna build a little road and it's gonna look like this. So if we get a little bridge, you don't want something massive. I might go for, I don't think buses can go that quick, so we'll do that. And if we then connect that in, I'm thinking of a little bus network which can sort of go from one place to another. So we take it to about, is that in line? Yes, that's in line, perfect. And then the other way to here. The episode of Cows and Buses is what this is at this point. But then if we start working on some road depots, which can go, I don't know, sort of here in the middle of nowhere, we can then start to work on some, okay, so that's bus stations, I need to remember that. Let's work on adding some little bus stations. Now I'm thinking maybe by the stadium is a good shout. And I actually reckon that maybe it'd be better for us if we only did 2. If we only did 2 stops, because that might maximize revenue. We'll put it also by another, that looks more rugby instead of football. I'm talking rubbish at the moment, clearly. Let's just continue. It's funny seeing this like brick building in the middle of nowhere. But we got plenty of money, so do we want the Regal bus? 92% and 31 passengers, which is £4,000, or 89% for 35, and it's slightly more. I'm gonna say for now the Leopard, because we can afford it, so it's kind of worthwhile. So it's just gonna go back and forth, Prunningpool to Menninghall, and that's pretty simple. It's just going back and forth, and we're going to see how much a little bus can get us. So here it goes along the little track. I'm actually interested to see how many people we're going to get. Usually it takes some time for the bus stops to sort of start working. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, so now that bus is visited, a couple people will start to use it, hopefully. Basically, the first time that a station's used, you start to get a couple people waiting, like this. So it'll take us a couple runs to get like some clear signs that it's working. I also need to hope that nothing goes badly with this this junction, because I swear at some point in one of the last series, something went pretty bad. If I get particularly worried, I might just divert it sort of this way. And I could probably get some money back even by moving the road, but we'll do that another time. Already 30 people waiting at the station, and a lot on here as well. Let's just fast forward so it gets back to the other place and see it load some passengers. It should be a full bus. Where do I see who's on it? Vehicle detail. Vehicle? I'm the vehicle. I'm saying words now and I'm like sort of gaslighting myself into thinking that I'm saying them wrong. Can't believe I got so shocked at me saying the word vehicle. But there we go. Okay, so 35 passengers, so we got a full load. I'm gonna see how much this makes us. So the bus hasn't died to the train, although I can imagine it was quite close. Is it up here? Yeah, it is. Oh, 700, 658. You know, all things considered, not bad. And actually, it's already broken down, which is never a great sign. Please go in for servicing at some point. The thing is, even if this doesn't do too well, it won't ever lose me so much that I'm gonna hate it, if you get what I mean. We are at 55 grand now. I'm starting to think though that maybe go to 25. So if we take 30 grand off the loan, that will work for us long term. And if we need more money to fund a project, we've got sort of 30 grand which we can add to our budget when we need it to. Okay, so looking good with a little bus. I would consider a second one, but I think it's a bit too early doors for that, because although 80 passengers at one of the stations, 89 at the other. Interesting, okay. I won't lie to you, I'm getting very paranoid about this bus getting hit by one of these trains, so I'm actually gonna make a little alteration and we're gonna build a little road bridge. I'm gonna make it go
here.
And yeah, that looks pretty good. Where is our little bus? Because I need to make sure that I don't get it lost somewhere. Is that already buildings starting to pop up where I've just put the little road? So we are already sort of expanding the town a little bit, which is quite cool. I'm thinking let's get the new route sorted before we get rid of the old one. Is my little thought process. And then maybe, I don't know, connect them up. Yeah, I think that's actually a good shout. That means then we can sort of get away with just getting rid of that. Alright, the bus is already going on the new route, which is cool. We're going to make sure that we don't make it get confused, although I am playing it a bit risky at the moment. But that looks good, that looks a bit better. The grass will grow very soon. And let's just repeat that here. See, look, already new houses, which is quite cool. So let's just curve it in and we can end off the video there. That is a very successful day. We've started a cow train and we've got buses going, or a bus at the moment. So I'm thinking some final thoughts before we end off the video. I'm thinking a passenger train line at some point, probably over here with some of these quite big towns or cities. But with that, I hope you have enjoyed episode 2 of OpenTTD Season 4. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.